Hello there, chum. Jules here for Live and Let's Dice. And you know what? Now that Warhammer 10th Edition has dropped into our laps like a steaming hot pile of marinara sauce, I've been bathing in the gooey goodness that are new army tactics, new stratagems, and of course new ways to curse the dice gods for abandoning me in my time of need. Why, Rolo Bolo, why? Yet you know what? This isn't the only new bit of beef to chew on, my friends, as there is actually a new challenger in town, a new loyalist Astartes chapter that you need to know more about, and they are called the Sentinels of Brobnaar. Now, over the last few months, the LALD team and extra special heroes like Krazy Doug have been painting up this community-driven chapter, complete with colours and markings decided by the LALD fanbase themselves. But here's the real question: who are the Sentinels of Brobnaar? Well, in order to answer that, you actually have to ask another question. That is, what the fuck is Brobnaar? Well, luckily, Beanie and myself are here to explain. And to be frank, Brobnaar is a total fucking mess. Thanks to severe warp displacement, heretical energies, and good old-fashioned psychic pokings, sections of the universe have reported experiencing severe warp storms unlike any other.
Located in a section of the galaxy far away from the hotspots of the 41st millennium, it has been consumed by a maelstrom bubbling with horrors and time-altering effects, resulting in no one knowing what's happened one solar year to the next.
And within this maelstrom lays Brobnaar, with two A's for legally distinct reasons. An ever-shifting reality that is stuck between real space and is in a constant state of flux. Here, worlds are formed and destroyed on a moment's notice, and armies from thousands of years ago find themselves facing warriors of the 41st millennium. It's also where bloody and desperate battles take place, and are usually unified by one common goal: goo.
Or to be more precise, goo that has hardened into a crystal form. It seems that no matter where you are in Brobnaar, these crystals can be found sprouting all over the place. One only need to dig for a short while to be met with a never-ending supply of thick, viscous green goo. The origins of the goo can never be truly understood. Some say it's because of the years of pollution caused by the many factorums on the planet. Others have known it as the blood of some yet unknown god. All we know is everyone is hungry for it.
Now, while it does seem at first like it's completely impractical for anything other than gunking up your shoes, many different factions within the Warhammer universe have found ways of manipulating the crystal's power for their own malevolent desires. The Vatan have found the means to focus lasers through the crystals to boost their power to unimaginable levels. The Eldar have seen their psychic power boosted thanks to their minds resonating with the crystals. The forces of chaos have found their reach expanded by dark rituals involving the crystals, and trust me, you don't even want to know where the Emperor's children put their crystals. And the Orcs, well, they just love them because they're green.
With so many armies invested in this resource, of course the Imperium would be quick to take notice. Yet because of the sheer number of maladies and ever-shifting reality would place on the human mind, even once steeled in battle, they would need to send a force capable of weathering the storm.
Enter the Sentinels of Brobnaar, a battle chapter created artificially with one goal in mind: to be unquestioning in the face of madness. Each warrior is an exquisite fusion of man and machine, where war-hardened flesh is met with cybernetics constantly feeding battle data into helmets and skulls, and their resolve is iron-wrought. Yet there is one quirk found within these Sentinels, or SOBs for short, and that is that they lack any and all semblance of individuality.
In order to survive the madness ahead of them, the tech priests of Brobnaar have effectively made a space marine incapable of individuality, ready and willing to follow any command, no matter the odds and oddities stacked against them. Effectively, until given orders, they stand mute like morose statues staring into the void.
Yet here lies the true secret of the SOBs. Within their gene seed lays a dormant strain that bursts into life when issued commands from battle leaders, captains, and war masters, and allows the Sentinels to mimic with near-perfect accuracy the battle tactics and art of war of their commanding officers, and subsequently their associated chapter. A Space Wolves Jarl may call for the hunt and see purple-clad warriors burst into animalistic fury, or a Salamander's captain may order an Eldar encampment to be razed to the ground and see a level of accuracy that would make even Vulcan proud. As long as the leader is of true chapter heritage, it will be done.
Even the emotional state of the Sentinel of Brobnaar's warriors changed to those of their commanding officer's legion, with them seeing their battle leaders as brothers to be protected above all else. As this chimerism shown within the Sentinels of Brobnaar feeds off the intensity of their leaders, it can prove mentally, emotionally, and physically arduous for commanding officers. Yet the Imperium suffers in greater ways daily, so it seems like a small price to pay, and has even led to new commanders with overtly vivacious personalities to rise quickly through the ranks and become trusted fades. Only when the battle ends do these warriors return to their placid and emotionless state, sliding back towards their transports and off once more into the warp.
It's a truly strange sight to see a battlefield fall so quiet as soon as the last enemy is slain, but so too are the Sentinels of Brobnaar. Clad in royal purple, decked in black pauldrons and highlighted by red, they represent the Emperor in his silent demeanour, the dark and inescapable lack of self, and the blood that must be spilled to claim Brobnaar for the Imperium. And there we go, my friends, that was the answer to the question of who are the Sentinels of Brobnaar, and they will be making their presence known on the channel very, very soon. Again, a massive thank you to the likes of Krazy Doug for painting up such an epically awesome force for us to start using, and we're only going to be adding to this over time. And if you're interested in painting your own Sentinels of Brobnaar, check the description below because you'll see all the paints that are being used by Doug in order to get them looking so absolutely brilliant. I kind of wish that I'd known this before I painted up my part of the force. Definitely look a lot bit more old school Emperor's Children than the new ones, but still, it's fine, it's fine. But that's not the best bit, because I'm actually working with an epic 3D printer by the name of Marc, who's actually making us some Live and Let's Dice branded pauldrons that you can use on your own Space Marines. So even if you don't fancy painting a brand new force, you'll be able to stick our logo onto their shoulder pads, show some love, support the channel, and basically carry on the War of Brobnaar in your hearts and your minds. And with your dice rolls, obviously. And there we go, my friends. That was who the Sentinels of Brobnaar are. Hope that you enjoyed that, and let me know what you thought about it down in the comment section below. But before you go, I just want to say something. And it's a little different from what I usually do with my positive affirmations and all my other videos. If we have provided you any sort of laugh, a modicum of joy, then why not consider supporting the channel by becoming a member? It truly helps us all out. It lets us buy new equipment, keep up to date with new models, and basically just keeps the channel ticking over in a way so we can start investing a bit more into cameras, lighting equipment, and who knows, maybe even a studio. Massive thank you to everyone who's already decided to become a member and who's already donated in the past. We couldn't do this without you. But if you consider joining us and want to join in the ride for the Sentinels of Brobnaar and beyond, then you know what to do. Click that join button, support the channel, and be a massive ledge. As always, I've been Jules. You have been awesome. Never forget that. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye.